All right, welcome back. Got another pass of RS-44. It is Easter morning. Gonna be a pretty decent pass, looking like 56 degrees or so. Something like that. Another test for the new preamp.
Foxtrot, WiMo N3FL. QRZ N3FL.
November 3, Foxtrot, Lima, Kilo Charlie 0, Echo Charlie, Quebec.
Yeah, Kilo Charlie 0, Echo Charlie, Quebec. From N3FL, good morning, and if you celebrated, Happy Easter.
Yeah, good morning and Happy Easter, Fred. Hey, I needed to apologize to you for something. I'm glad I caught you on here. I was emailing back and forth with Michael the other night, and he said that I jumped in on one of you guys' QSOs. Apparently, I was unaware of it. I don't know what was going on or why I ended up on top of you guys, but I apologize for that, Fred.
Oh, heck, that's no big deal. It's the satellites, for crying out loud. Signals come and go, and that's no problem at all. I'm always happy to have more people, come on. And I know from over the years of operation, sometimes things just don't work the way you think they're working, and you transmit on top of somebody else, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, I know whenever I very first started out when I had that old IC-820, I did that quite a bit because I didn't have the SAT controller and I was trying to spin the dial between the two, trying to keep it on frequency and stuff, but I guess I just expected a much higher level of operation with the setup that I've got going now. So I was sitting there thinking about it, and the only thing I could think was maybe that I had rolled the dial and stopped on a point and then started transmitting before the SAT controller caught up to itself and switched my transmit frequency. So I don't know, but whatever it was, I apologize, and sorry to bust you guys up like that.
Hey, no problem. It doesn't bother me at all, and I'm happy lots of times. That's when you find out, something's not working the way it's supposed to. I was talking with somebody the other day, and he just started wandering right up the band, and he swore his Doppler correction was working, but then, clearly it wasn't because he kept moving around, and so he discovered a problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool with this 9700 because I've got the scope going, so you can kind of see that stuff going on. When I'd hear bleeps and blips and things like that in the past, I had no idea what it was, but it's kind of funny. Every once in a while I'll sit here and I'll be in the middle of the QSO like this, and I'll watch a signal just go whoop all the way down and all the way back up,
Yep, that's it. I get it. It takes a while to figure out what's going on, and you think, well, I'm going to listen and transmit. It makes sense, right? And move my receive dial if you're doing independent. But, on the 9700, as you know, there's no, the two are tied together. So all you can move is your RIT. And I think a lot of people, rather than move the RIT, to find themselves, they get screwed up. You should really calibrate moving your transmit update. You know the procedure. But the first time I got on, I didn't understand SAT32 PC. I just found myself using the RIT and kept at it at a fixed setting.
Oh, okay. I've never used a SAT PC32. I've got another buddy, W4BB, that's what he's trying to use with his 9700, and he has a lot of problems with it, so I couldn't give him any advice on it.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to help if I can ever hook up with him in one way or the other. It took me a while to figure it out, but the main thing to do on SAT32 PC is to, listen for yourself and then change the uplink calibration by clicking on the Well, I'll tell you, but you can't follow along. You click on the cat menu, and you just change the uplink cal, save that, and you'll come up on frequency almost every time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know because he's got a 9700 and he's trying to run portable with it with an Arrow 2, and that's the only program that he's got. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I think he might have gotten a SAT controller. So I'll have to circle back with him and see, and if he's still trying to mess around with it, I'll give him that advice and send him your way.
Yeah, just give him, tell him to go on CuriousSide.com, get my email address, email me, and we'll start up a conversation. And he can even call me on the phone. I'll walk him through it.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sure that he would greatly appreciate that, Fred.
Yeah, it's, a SAT-32 PC, when I first got it, I was like, what the heck is this? But now that I figured it out, there's just a few simple things you need to know, and you can get it running pretty quick. Now, I love the program, but I can understand why you would go with the SAT controller, because that thing is plug and play.
Yeah, and the dummy that I am, that's the reason why I went with the SAT controller, because I'm the most computer illiterate person that you could possibly come across for my age group, and it was just one of those things that watching videos of the PC-32 and all that, I just went that direction with it for just ease of use,
Well, I'm glad that that's out there because, there are a lot of people. I got into the computer back in 1983, 84, and I use it as a tool. I'm not a programmer. I'm a communication system engineer, retired, and RF radio frequency designer. So I use the computer as a tool, and so I'm pretty familiar with setting this stuff up. So I get it, and thank goodness there's somebody out there making things like the SAT controller, because there are an awful lot of people using it.
Yeah, for sure. I was late to the party with computers and everything. I'm 46, and I did not get my first computer until 2007 whenever I went into the police academy. I was like, well, I guess I'm finally going to need to get one. So that was when I got my very first one, so I'm way behind the times.
Yeah, no, I get it. And, let's see, I got to go to the other antenna, I think. Give me a second. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that helps. I'm on the indoor antennas now, the circular polarized. That's the thing about the computer is, I learned very early on, the computer is a useful tool, but don't let the computer use you.
Yep, that's exactly right. I'm pretty much the type that I have specific uses for it, like it's running the SAT controller, and I do all the basics with it, but I'm definitely not one of the guys that goes in and tries to find other programs or add things on or just play on the computer,
Nothing wrong with that. There's a time and a place for everybody in amateur radio, and that's a nice hobby. Tons of things to do. Boy, I don't seem to be. Something's not right here. What's going on? I'm not getting into it. Stand by. Let me try. 1, 2, 3. Now, this is interesting. So it wants to be on my outdoor antenna, linear, but wants to receive on the indoor circular. So that's another one of those strange orientations of the satellite or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you were in there super strong, and then all of a sudden it kind of fell down. I could still hear you real good. I've got my new preamp in line, so even though your signal was way down into the satellite, I could still pull you out of it, and then you came right back up.
Oh, that's great. What preamp do you have?
So I ended up getting the WiMo Mini 70 to match up with my antennas. It's made by SHF Electronic in Germany, and it was just about $200, including the shipping from Germany. And man, what a difference! I'm looking at an S9 meter reading right now on the moment for my voice coming back down.
Yep. They gotta have them. I have preamps on all my antennas, indoor and outdoor. Now let me see. I need to switch again. Let me go back this way. Okay, now it's indoor, and indoor is working better. I got preamps on all of them, and that's the way to go. I'm a low noise terrestrial VHF, UHFer for many years, and so I've always had preamps on the antennas. And I'm getting ready on the outdoor antenna. I upgraded my preamps. I'm getting ready to turn on my amplifiers here. I just got them and getting them set up to run more than a kilowatt on 432, and and on 144. So I upgraded my preamps to the ones that can handle 1.5 kW in transmit. Go ahead.
Wow. Are you getting ready to do some EME with that?
Well, you know, it's on the list. Right now, I'm going to try and do EME on 432. 144 is too noisy because the neighbor's got something next door. It just wipes me out. I've got to. I'm trying to figure out how to approach him and talk to him about it. It's something that's power or generator related. It's like a motor type noise. And it hits the higher bands. It's obscured. It's not loud enough I can hear it on HF, but I can hear it on 6 meters up. I can see at moonrise and moonset with the 0 degrees elevation. I can hit the moon for about anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. And since I have tracking programs over here, it's called PST Rotator. I run SAT32PC controls the the outdoor antenna, and I have another program called PST Rotator that controls the indoor antenna, but I can also configure PST Rotator to control the outdoor antenna, and it automatically tracks the moon.
Wow, that's awesome. I've tried listening in on the moon a few times with my setup. I haven't done it since I've gotten the preamps and stuff like that, but it's honestly the most eerie thing to just sit and listen to. There's you'll hear these little bleeps and sweeps and creeps and all this other little stuff going on, and I often wonder what all of it is. I've even heard just kind of like satellites incoming and outgoing as they're passing by it, and just really cool stuff like that. That's definitely on my bucket list of things to do, but I'll have to be in probably a different house and have a different area and things like that to make it worthwhile, plus a lot of money, and that's really cool that you're doing that. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what success I'm going to have. The problem is the urban noise. On 1296, which should be a very quiet band, it's not quiet, and the reason it's not quiet is the commercial tower that has all kinds of commercial services on it. Something just went up within the past couple of weeks. It's putting out big noise on 1296 megahertz. I got to track that down and see if I can get them to cure that, but it's right in the direction where I got to point for the moon.
Oh my gosh. So that brings me to a couple thoughts. With that 1296, it could possibly be new law enforcement or EMS public services going in. I know here in Missouri, they're switching everything over pretty close to the gigahertz. Everybody's running 800 megahertz and up on, they've got like new trunked repeaters and stuff like that. And it's supposed to have been part of a nationwide Homeland Security grant, and every single law enforcement agency in the country is supposed to get on to this one bandwidth by the end of a certain time frame. So there's a possibility it could be that. And with your noise on the 144, I've got the same thing here. Whenever I point my beams around anywhere to the northwest, I get about an S5 noise. Well, I got to doing some digging around, and I've got a guy that lives just over that hillside from me that put in a whole bunch of solar panels on top of his house. So whenever I point my beam right at his house, it gets extremely strong.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I know it's been with the house for some time because he just moved in about a year ago, less than a year ago, and the neighbor before had it, but the neighbor was never there, so I could, it was a weekend or vacation home, and he never really did much with it. Standby one. I'm going to switch antennas here. There, that's better. That's a little bit better. So I couldn't get with him either, and I think it's curable, but you never know. It may be some expensive appliance, and I'm stuck with it. He has an outdoor kitchen too, so that might screw things up. But I'm going to look at that tower. It's something that just went in, and it may be law enforcement, or it may be the new Verizon wide area Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I forgot all about that stuff. Yeah, they are starting to put that in everywhere. They've got a bunch of that slated here for the St. Louis area, but it's still a long ways away from getting out to me.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I'm just asking, what was your setup when you were listening to the moon?
When I was listening to the moon, believe it or not, it was just this same setup that I've got here, just the WiMo X-Quads and the old 820s. I have not pointed this new rig at it with a preamp, so I need to do that.
Yeah, okay, so you were looking at when it was pretty high. That's the problem. I need to, if I can get up a higher elevation, then it'll work better for me. Now I'm going to switch antennas again. Okay, here we go. So the key thing is, unfortunately, I don't have elevation on it, but I'm sure if I look at high elevations, I could get rid of a lot of that problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I waited until it was just, I picked a night where it was just almost directly sitting straight over the top of my antennas, so I'd have the shortest distance, least amount of atmosphere, all that kind of stuff, you know. And I was picking up all kinds of really cool stuff. In fact, I've got a recording of it here that I just kind of listen to every once in a while. It was so wild.
Wow. Well, that's something for the future. You know, I could do that at ground level looking up. That's no problem. But, you know, the problem is that there's only a limited number of operators, and most of them are over in Europe. And so you got to catch it at Moonrise. When the moon's up high, they can't see it.
Yeah, I've got a guy actually right here that's less than, I'd say a half a mile from me that does EME. I haven't seen his setup move in years. He's got a massive setup. He has, let's see, I think it's 8 UHF antennas all stacked up, and he's got a tower that cranks up and full rotation, rotor on it and everything like that. He's got a heck of a setup.
Boy, I wonder who that is. I could probably work him at Moonset, which Moonset's a really good direction for me because I look straight out over the water.
Yeah, I think his call is K0 India Sierra. I'd have to look him up again on the mapping. I've talked to him one time. I'm pretty sure his first name's the same as mine. I think it's Robert. And, yeah, he's got one heck of a setup over there.
Wow. Yeah, you know, since I've got the amplifier, I mean, I've got the power. I just realized as I was putting it together now, I realized, holy cow, I could do moon bands with this. So, you know, it's just a matter of finding people to talk to, and then what frequency. I'd have to do probably 432 right now because I don't know if I can cure the other two problems. You know, it might might be able to cure that one, but you know, commercial tower problem, that'll take years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I better let you go there, Fred. I'm down to about 6 degrees, so I won't be in it too much longer here. I really appreciate the QSO. It was a lot of fun talking about EME and other
LOS, Rob. I'm out of here. 10 seconds. 73 is good working talking to you. N3